Hello, it's Jeanette with Geomazing Paper Crafts. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'm back with another video tutorial, and this time I'm going to show you how I made this little stand-up calendar. This is another calendar. I made a calendar video a few days ago, but this one I wanted to feature some of the products that you can get in this Experience Creativity brochure. They have some things that are not in the annual catalog here, some stamp sets and a few items that you can get. And today I am featuring these cards here. These are the Magnolia Lane cards and more. Not to be confused with the Magnolia Lane Memories and More cards. These are different. Basically, they have 4 different designs. You get 10 of them, 5 of each, and they're two-sided. So you've got this on one side, and this on the other. This one here on the front, and this on the other side. And they're meant to be stamped with the stamp set. That's this Magnolia Blooms stamp set. See, they have some sentiments that are not in the Good Morning Magnolia stamp set, because this is just kind of to enhance that stamp set. See, sorry about the glare here. My lamps, I know. Beautiful, thank you and everything. But what I wanted to do was I wanted to take these cards, and do something a little bit different than just regular cards. Because I find that when I send out a card, I'm often wondering whether or not they keep the card like a keepsake item or just kind of toss it, especially a thank you card. Okay, somebody thanks me, and I don't want to collect a lot of papers on my desk, so just toss it. Well, I want people to keep my cards. I want people to keep my creations, so I want to make them useful. So what I've done is I have created this little calendar from those little cards, and I used this card first, okay? And with inside this little bundle that you get here, you can also this little cards, a Magnolia Lane cards and more. You also get envelopes and blank note cards. Yep. And this is what they look like. You get 10 blank note cards. They're this big, very thick whisper white cardstock, and all these really pretty envelopes, okay, along with the cards. So I decided I was going to make something different, but I want to use those cards on something else. So with this little calendar, I used some Mossy Meadow cardstock, the same size as the note cards that are in here, and that would measure, let's see, that was 4 1/4 by, I believe it's 6 1/2. So it's a 4 1/4 by 6 1/2 sheet of paper. 4 1/4, 6 1/2. Okay, so this time I'm going to use a different design. I'm going to be using this one here. Okay, and if you're wondering where I got these little tiny calendars from, and they're really tiny. They're like almost 2 inches by 2 inches. This is something that I created in my CorelDRAW program. If you have CorelDRAW, you'll notice that in the macros they have like a calendar wizard, and you create your calendar and you bring it into your design area, and you can design and size them any size with all these different fonts. It's a very cool program. I don't teach Corel, I just use it, but I'm sure on the internet you'll be able to find out how can I create a calendar with CorelDRAW if you have that program. If not, I'm going to be making this little tiny itty bitty 24-month calendar. Yes, 24 months. And this starts with this month, July 2018, and it ends at June 2021. Okay, so it is 24 months. And I'm going to be also giving this away to anyone who places an order with me during the month of July. Now, I've already been giving out another calendar, but I'll also be sending this one too. So make a note, if you place an order with me and use the hostess code, I'll have it on the screen, I will send you a PDF of 2 different size calendars. Okay? That sound good? Okay. So let me get started on how quick and easy this is to make. Now, if you notice, this has got a little bit of this petal pink in that magnolia flower, so I decided to use petal pink as my card base. And all I'm going to do is just I'm just going to tape this on here with some snail adhesive. See, the backer paper is kind of pretty too, isn't it? But I'm going to just tape this on very quickly. Not anything real special. Well, you know what I forgot to do? I want to stamp my little sentiment that says Happy Day. I know I have glue on this, but it'll be okay. I'm going to put this right in the corner of my my Stamparatus, and I'm going to stamp that little Happy Day, which comes from the Itty Bitty Greetings. There's actually 2 boxes here. I mean, two cases here with all these beautiful greetings. I'm going to use that little Happy Day on there because every day we should be happy, right? Okay, so also in that little bundle here, you can buy it as a bundle. All of these little supplies, you get 2 Stampin' Spots, Mossy Meadow, and Soft Suede if you order the big, the whole thing. And so I already have Mossy Meadow in an ink spot, so I'm going to go ahead and use that for my Happy Day sentiment. Now I placed this on here. I'm hoping that it's straight because my other one wasn't straight, and I ended up having to use a label. So let's see how this one stamps. Oh, that was a lot better. Okay, that's good. Now let's pick this up. Now that I've got it glued down, let's pick this up. This is kind of like a non-stick surface here. I like this little new foam, deluxe foam mat that we have available for our Stamparatus. It's really nice. Glad that I purchased it. Okay, I'm just going to add just a tiny little bit more adhesive, and I'm going to go ahead and place this as evenly as I can on my card base. Okay, and now I'm going to go ahead and add the calendar. This little calendar has a little bit of a cardboard backing just to make it a little stiff. But before I do that, I cut a 2 1/4 by 2 1/4 inch piece of petal pink cardstock. I'm going to go ahead and put that in front of it to give it just a little bit of a border. Okay, so let's get some, I'm just going to use some more snail adhesive. I think that should hold it pretty good. And try to get this right in the corner in the center. Now you could use your liquid glue too for this if you want. If I wanted to, I could. Okay, I just want a very, very narrow border around here. And now I'm going to go ahead and put some more snail adhesive on here. And I'm going to go right in the corner here, the best I can. Okay, because on this side, we're going to do a little flower. Now, in the Good Morning Magnolia bundle, there is a die set called Magnolia Memory. Okay, and look at all these dies. Oh my goodness, and it cuts out all of these, not all of them, it cuts out a lot of these images here, and you can really, really create some beautiful stuff with this stamp set and this die set. But from this die set, I'm going to be using this die, and also what I really like is that Stampin' Up! Has given us 2 of these leaves here, and 2 of these leaves here. And I'm going to be cutting them out of vellum. Yes, vellum. Now, I just dropped my vellum. No, I didn't. What did I do with my vellum? Oh, here it is. I have just regular vellum that I'm going to be die cutting these out. In fact, I've already die cut, and I'm die cutting 3 of them, okay? And now with my my green vellum, which comes from the Perennial Essence vellum stack, think that's what it is. I'm going to be cutting out 2 of each of these, which I've already done, okay? So just to save a little bit of time, I've already got these all cut out here in my little tray. Let me put this away over here, and I'll put these back on here and put those away. I'll completely put them away later. Okay, so what I'm going to do with each one of these is I'm going to take my blends. I have dark petal pink and light petal pink. And I know you can barely see, I'm going to bring this in. You can barely see the light petal pink, but it's there. So I'm just going to scribble just on the bottom part of each one of these little petals. Okay, and it just is so light. I know that you're probably going to be straining your eyes to see these. Don't strain your eyes. The color is there, trust me. Okay, now I'm going to come in with my darker petal pink, and I'm going to scribble over that just a little bit, and it does look a little darker, not a whole lot. Okay, and then I'm going to come back in to blend that out a little bit with my lighter petal pink blends. Okay, so I just want just a little bit of color, just like these little flowers here have just a little color on the inside. Okay, now I'm going to take my, let's see, what should I take? Probably my bone folder. And I'm going to just slightly curl these 3 little flowers. Just, I'm curling them under. I like the way they sit when I curl them under. Okay, and you can curl them up if you want. I want them under. All right, now I'm going to take a glue dot, and I'm going to be using my Take Your Pick tool to pick up these glue dots, and I'm going to place 1 glue dot here, and I'm going to, hopefully you can see that. I know that if I put it on the white, you're not going to be able to see it at all. I'm just going to stagger it very slightly because I'm going to be putting another one on here. I don't want it staggered halfway. I want to go 1/3 of the way because I'm going to put another glue dot on top of this. Oops, yeah, I do have it. And I'm going to put the other petal the rest of the way so it kind of covers the whole thing. Let's just make sure that we get it right. We want it to look like a full flower. Okay. It's not perfect, but we'll work with it. Let me see. I think I can twist that one a little bit more. I'm going from the back and just twisting it. I'm going to press that in really good so that they adhere. Okay, now I'm going to put a Stampin' Dimensional. Oh, I think I want the bigger dimensionals, not the baby dimensionals. I want a Stampin' Dimensional on the back of this. I'm going to peel that off. And let's bring in our calendar. Okay, and I want to put that right here. And with our leaves, I'm going to use some more glue dots, and we'll just tuck them in here and there. Okay, and you don't have to use all of these leaves if you don't want to. You can just use a couple of them just to give your calendar a little bit more dimension. Okay, I'll put a big one here, like that. All right, and I think I will use all 4 of these. Putting the glue dot behind here, and I'm just lifting this leaf up and tucking it under. I mean the petal, not the leaf. I'm picking the petal up. I think I'm picking the petal up. Here we go. Okay, and we'll use a little one for on this side here to fill that in. Okay, let's see. Just put it right here on the bottom, and we're going to pick that petal up and tuck it, tuck it right under there. There we go. Okay, now let's put a nice, pretty little faceted gem on here. Okay, and I want to make sure I get it in the center right here. All right, and there you have it. Oh, there's one thing that I did forget to do. I have a piece that measures, this is so that it, you know, when you open it up, it stays, instead of flopping down. I want it to stay open without it flopping down. So I'm going to make a little stand, and this piece measures 4 inches by approximately 1 inch. And I'm going to fold it in half. I'm not going to score it or anything. I'm going to fold it in half, and then I'm going to flip these up and fold this in half this way, and this in half this way. This is what I showed you in my last video, how to do it, so that you can let your calendar stay open without falling over. So you have a little W here, or an M, depending on which way you look at it. Now I'm going to take some, where is it? Tear and tape. I'm just going to put a couple of things of tear and tape on here. Got this here. Let me see if I can find my little tearer. This helps me tear the tear and tape. Oh, wrong side. That's why it didn't have a clean cut. All right. I'm going to turn it this way and do the same thing. Put the tear and tape down. Okay, now I've got all my tear and tape on there. Let me pull off the backer paper. Throw it in my little bitty trash can over here. I'm just going to fold over the stuff that that goes over that paper. And we're going to take this part off too. Well, actually, I'm not going to take that part off just yet. I'm going to go ahead and place this on my card in the center of the inside, just about maybe 1/16 of an inch to 1/8 of an inch under, and try to get it as centered as you can. You see, like right there. Okay. And press that down. And now you can take your tape off. She thinks she can take the backer paper off of here. Okay, there it goes. Now I'm just going to make sure that it stays in the center here on this side. Okay. All right. Kind of making sure that that's folded. Now when I open it up, it's only going to open so far and it will stand. Okay? Isn't that cool? All right. So I think I'm done here. Yeah. One more thing about this this calendar here. If you were wondering how to put these little calendars together, I have this little sample of, excuse me, of what I do. I take my little paper clips here, this type of paper clip, I put 2 on the bottom that are the same size because that lets it stand up. And then I clip them on the sides too so that all the papers can stay together. Then I apply my glue. And the type of glue that I use is a padding compound. This is what I use. Har Printers Padding Compound. You don't have to get a jar this big. I got to tell you, I've had this for years and it's still, this is how much I still have in there. I use it a lot for my tablets, and you only need just a little bit on top because a little bit is going to hold your all of your little papers together to make that cute little tablet. Okay, so that's just one tip. And when you do download the calendar, if you get the PDF, whether you download it from my Etsy store or whether you're downloading it because I gave it to you for free this month, it's going to come like this. One page you'll have instructions to. Okay, and all you do is take your 2-inch die, square die, but in this case I used my my Stitched Shapes framelit dies. I used the second one. Oop, they're all falling out. I used the second one from the largest. In fact, I sized these calendars to fit perfectly. When you're cutting them out, you can see the black line, and it's going to leave a little bit of a border all the way around. Okay, so I thought I'd let you know that, and just in case you do order through my Etsy store, or in case you get it free, that's how you'll want to put your calendar together. You know, rough cut it and take it to your die cutting machine, or you can go ahead and cut them up by hand if you want. It's up to you. Okay, so anyway, I hope I've taught you something. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, please give me a thumbs up. And if you want to see more videos, please subscribe to my channel and make sure to turn on the notification bell. Also, all the supplies and the tools that I use will be listed in the description of this video. So if you need to order something, please go to my website. I'd love to be your demonstrator if you don't already have one. Go to www.geamazingpapercrafts.stampinup.net. So, once again, I am Jeanette with Geamazing Paper Crafts. And you make it a great day. Bye-bye.